you ever have those words that somebody says them enough and they just don't sound real to you at all?
100%. Yeah.
For me, one of my big ones, torque. And it's
I
also
hate
a
that
problem
word.
because TORK, torque, is like a popular like hand dryer dispensary. I don't know if it's just for hand towels or if it's like the air dryers as well. Uh, I think it might just be hand towels, and they might do other stuff in the bathroom as well. I only know about their hand towel dispensers.
I do
But
other
every
stuff
time
in
I
the
see it, I
bathroom.
go torque, torque, torque.
Um,
Hey, nice.
it's so crazy
Um,
that you were like,
hmm.
we have to start recording. I have an interesting thing to talk about. This is, you're talking about hand
Well,
dryers.
I think the yeah. Well, no, not that in particular, but I mean the idea of like certain words that sort of lose their meaning the more that you hear them, especially like in close repetition, right?
Sure. Yeah, yeah. I hear you.
Yeah.
I get that feeling writing emails sometimes. I'll be writing an email and I'm like, how'd I get here? What's
Yeah.
like I've written the word implementation 6 times in one email. This is crazy.
Oh, yeah. There's some words in engineering which are like made up.
All words are
I
made
mean,
up.
all words are made up. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hey.
Ha ha ha. Very pedantic of you. Um, no, but like instantiate is like not a word. But it's like when you're creating multiple instances of something, right? Which also not really applicable in real life, but like in certain engineering things.
Well, no, like iterate, I feel like is the better version of that, right?
Cause well, no, cause different iterations would be like a change on a design. Different instantiations are the exact same thing in multiple locations, right?
Mm,
Or instantiated multiple times. Not necessarily in different locations, but instantiated multiple times.
I see. I see.
Iterations is like a change between
Did you
multiple of
know
them.
that this is a movie
But yeah,
podcast? And you should make an effort
I
to come up
did.
with things about movies to talk about instead of whatever the
I
fuck.
did. I'm actually just trying to replicate the same sort of conversations that they had in this movie, which I thought you would enjoy.
Fuck
Just
up.
the like oddly pedantic, going down multiple rabbit holes, sort of like losing your thought along the way.
They went down a rabbit's hole in this? That's crazy.
Dude, wait. Speaking of that, have you seen Now You See Me Too?
Yes, but I don't remember anything about it.
They
Why?
they make a joke multiple times in the movie, pulling a hat from a rabbit, and they just keep they like say it several times,
Pulling a hat
and
from
it's
a
just
rabbit
so
or pulling a
like
rabbit from a hat?
yeah, no, pulling a hat from a rabbit, and they also make jokes around how gross it is and how it's like oh like you went down a rabbit's hole, like essentially that but like in like I don't know, they just say it like 4 or 5 times in the film, and like it's got Jesse Eisenberg saying that shit, and he's like, yeah, it was grotesque, man, and I'm like, all right, Eisenberg, off the screen, bro, like I don't want to see any more of this shit. What are
Oh.
you munching on, by the way,
Mm.
to start the pod?
You mean the thing I wanted to talk about because you didn't have anything to talk about? Um,
Yeah. You're better than my thing to talk about. Yeah, yeah.
it's true. Watchers, get at us. I am eating some cherub heavenly salad tomatoes, like cherry tomatoes.
I love cherry tomatoes.
Me too. They're freaking
I don't know
delicious.
if you've had the Wild Wonders, the big the 5 pound little bowls of 'em, or maybe they're 3 pound. Oh, they're so good. They're like
You
heirloom tomatoes, and they come in like various colors.
you are always buying fucking fruits and vegetables in bulk. I feel like that is like something that people don't
Yeah.
know about you. You are constantly like, I will see you carrying like a bag of plums that's like 4 pounds. I'm like, what's that? You're like
No,
snacks,
because
snacking. What the fuck?
yeah, because I love fruits, I love vegetables. Tomatoes are a big snack material. I used to work in kitchens a lot. When I used to work in a very white tablecloth kitchen, we would make bruschetta very often, and we
You've
would make them
definitely
out of
talked
the big
about
wild
this.
wonders.
Yeah, yeah.
I've definitely talked about this, and like I mean, any chance to mention it because I get to remember it, and I get to smell the
Savor.
smells, taste the
Yeah,
tastes again. Yeah,
yeah.
I would just eat tomatoes on the line all the time, and sometimes I would like cut them up all funny and then eat them like that, like eat them off the knife and shit. Like
Was this
I wouldn't
a
actually eat them off the knife. That's a joke.
was this a was this when you were in Glebe Town where you live currently, or was this before?
uh, no, this was back home.
Oh, okay,
I used to work at beep. They were a sort of upscale Italian restaurant.
cool.
And yeah, it was nice. I worked there for like a year or so when I was still going to college. And I was working there Thursdays to Sundays. It was nice though. It was fun. I really enjoyed it there.
Nice. Did you watch anything good this week besides the movie we're talking about today?
Nothing too good. I did see Now You See Me 2. When I was that was a late night watch while I was
Wait, did you
playing
finish
Roller Coaster Tycoon?
Nosferatu? Did you finish that?
Oh, I didn't.
You fucking
yet. No,
scumbag
no.
piece of shit. I can't believe
I
you
know.
sometimes. Oh my god.
I guess I even said that I was gonna go off and do that.
Yeah,
afterwards.
literally that exact
Mostly
night.
true.
Yeah, you're such a
I know.
clown.
Yeah. Piece of shit, scumbag.
Uh,
Dipshit, scumfuck. Yeah. Anyway.
I mean, you said it, not me. Let's get into it because we have
That's
a
true.
lot. We have a lot to talk about this episode.
Yeah. Introduce the movie
Well, first we should introduce the podcast.
and the pod.
Yeah,
Right, my bad.
you introduce the pod. I'm always introducing the podcast.
Okay, well, I thought you liked introducing the podcast, so I thought I'd let you introduce the podcast. Today's podcast.
Today's podcast, as opposed to all the other
let's
fucking
give it
podcasts.
the craziest eye roll in the world.
Can you? Okay,
Today you're listening to We Want to Watch. My name's Ricky.
I'm Lane. Today, every day you should be fucking listening to this podcast. If you're not, what's wrong with you? Go back and listen to the archive. I'm looking at my microphone like I'm looking at the audience.
Too much attention given. They don't need all that.
What is this podcast
You're gonna
about?
start sublimating the.
Sublimating. I'm instantiating the
yeah.
podcast.
I was going to say you're sublimating the boundaries between us. You're trying to make it so that
That
the
too.
watcher and the watchee is one and the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, this podcast is about movies that we want to watch. I'm a lowbrow clown, and Lane is a movie aficionado.
That's not what I
introducing
say.
me to
I call myself a wannabe
New
film
planes.
buff. I call myself a wannabe film buff. I try to be equally denigrating to the both of us in the intro.
You were as well. You were. I wasn't going to denigrate you though. That's not my thing.
Like, yeah, okay. Anyway,
Yeah, okay.
this is the last movie in our Jesse July miniseries. Big on miniseries this year. This is our second miniseries of the year. Yeah. Where we watched 4 Jesse Plemons movies. Our 7th total. Our 7th movie in the
Yeah.
that we've watched,
Crazy, 'cause,
which is crazy. He might be our most watched actor. Now, I can
maybe not like per capita of like per movies like that he starred in, right?
I don't know.
I feel like there has to be like some niche actor that we've seen like 2 movies of, and he's in like 4, right?
Let's see the stats.
I'm kind of thinking of.
I'm looking at the stats of
I'm
our.
thinking of the kid from whatchamacallit.
Oh no, he is by far our most. Well, do you want to try and guess our top 5 most watched actors?
Yeah, sure. Jesse Plemons. Oh, fuck! Why can't I remember his name? Snake Plissken. What's his name?
Kurt Russell.
Why can't I
Good, you're
remember
right
his
on the
name?
money. Yeah,
Kurt
yeah.
Russell. Fuck.
And then there's 3 more I'd say that you can definitely get that are all tied for 3 films. So we've seen 6. It says 7 Jesse movies, 4 Kurt Russell movies. Oh, actually, you know what? This is. Yeah, no. Okay, wait, 6. We've definitely seen 7 Plemons movies.
Have we?
Yeah, because it's Power of the Dog, Civil War, Kinds of Kindness, Observe and Report, The Master, Hostiles, and I'm Thinking of Ending Things. For some reason, he's only billed in 6 on this stat. It
Is he
could
not
be.
billed on Observe and Report.
It might be Civil War because he's like technically, I think,
Oh.
unbilled, but or uncredited. Anyway, he's definitely still top for 7. So Kurt Russell, and then 3 people.
Yeah.
I think that you could definitely name. Have 3 movies each. There's a bunch of people who have 3, but I think you wouldn't be able to name the other 3. But 3 of them are movie stars that you should know.
Timothy Chalamet?
No, I think we've only seen one Timmy movie.
No.
Yeah.
I thought he would also be billed for whatchamacallit, the thing we saw him in recently, Hostiles.
I
saw him in. I thought he was also in maybe a couple other things.
I
No?
don't think so. No.
Oh.
Mm-mm. Tied for 3rd place are Kirsten Dunst, John Goodman, who I think we talked about last.
Oh, I was
Yeah.
thinking of Goodman. I was going through the Speed Racer guys. I was like, maybe John Goodman, because he was
Yeah.
also in. He was in Speed Racer. He was in Beyond the Sea. I couldn't think of a third one. So
Paranorman. He plays the old guy in Paranorman.
Fuck! Oh, and you mentioned that the other day too. You're right. Yeah.
The other day, meaning 8 months ago when we recorded
weeks ago,
the 1 year episode.
Yeah. Minimum weeks, probably months. Yeah, you're right.
The third person, you might not know her name, but you'll definitely know her because she's from the movie we were talking about today, Toni Collette. Who is the mom in this movie and the mom in Hereditary. Great mom who yells at a dinner table.
Yes,
yeah. So, yeah.
I did pick up that she was the mom from Hereditary as well. What else is she in? Is she in a third movie?
Yes, she's apparently a voice in The Thief and the Cobbler.
Shit!
She is the...
What?
She's the mad holy old witch, the one in the mountain that they visit.
Oh, wow.
Crazy, right?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What the fuck? That movie is really a deep cut.
Hell yeah.
They really cobbled together what they could out of Hollywood. That's crazy, man.
This week, we watched I'm Thinking of Ending Things from 2020, directed by Charlie Kaufman. I picked this movie because Plemons' first build, and because it was, I knew of its reputation. Kind of had a big showing during COVID. A lot of people talking about it. I think there's a lot. It's a meaty movie. And I think it was a good pick. I feel like we're going to have lots to talk about here. So.
Yeah. I liked it a lot.
Wow. A lot, you say this time. Not just that. I liked it. That's cool. Good for you. Yeah, you've You put a quantifier in there.
I put that little adjective on that. Yeah. You know, we get quantifiers and qualifiers. Why not? You know.
Had you known anything about this movie?
No, not even a little bit. I knew Jesse Plemons was in it, but that's it.
You hadn't even heard of it before this, or had you heard the name?
I'd heard the name of it before, yeah. But like if people talked about it, I just sort of like tuned out because I don't know, hadn't seen it before. Nothing to contribute to any conversation about it. So
the through line for this, besides the Plemons of it all, is that Charlie Kaufman was the writer of Eternal Sunshine. And so he is the director and writer for this movie. Not the original writer, but he did write the screenplay or adapt the screenplay. So, I'm interested as we get into this. This isn't the first movie I've seen of his where he directed it, but I think it'll be interesting to compare, because I think the visuals of Eternal Sunshine and this movie are so different, but then the screenplays are so similar. So, do you disagree?
I think they play around with visuals. There's a few sort of similar things that he likes to do, but we can sort of get into that later. Yeah.
Well, so remember too, because that movie Eternal Sunshine is not directed by him. It's only written by him. So it's, you know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Like that movie is very poppy.
So
like I can't not think of it as like
yeah.
You know, there's just like a lot of like fun to it. I mean, there's weird shit in that movie that's like unsettling, but I do feel like it's a lot more like vibrant, and you know, this movie reminded me a lot of Hereditary actually as I was watching it. Yeah. Of course, it never rises to the level of super scary, but like it definitely has that unsettling, like dread feeling, which is cool.
It is unsettling, yes, and they make you sit in it too.
Yeah.
At first I was like, oh, like they're going for something. As I'll say, like as inconsistencies started like piling up, and like getting like further and further out of the periphery. I was like, oh, this is similar to Mulholland Drive. And I was like,
sure.
Oh, like, and I was examining it through that lens for like a decent part of it, and I was like, oh, like they didn't do this as like cleverly, you know, like this was kind of clumsily introduced, yada yada. And then as it goes on and on more, I was like, oh, like, no, never mind, no, this is very different from that.
Yeah.
And then at least in terms of like similarity, we can talk about some of the similarities. At least I thought I saw to Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe this is like shallow, but a lot of the snow scenes were like at least kind of similar to me. Just like some of the same like similar imagery there. And I don't know. Once they get into the house, like a lot of the house stuff is very different. But
the drive up for sure.
Yeah. But like when you're in the thick of it, and like you're not questioning what's on screen, but you're sort of like, oh, okay, you're questioning the line between reality and
definitely
non-reality.
Seems
that was
weird.
very similar to sort of the
right.
Yeah.
Right.
But they didn't take like the surreal route, like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Like they made it like pretty obvious that they're like, oh, like this is like dream sequence stuff, like and like it's obviously like affecting the character, but it helps you delineate a little bit more like what's going on and like what sort of stuff is maybe just like tainted by their emotional states and whatnot. Whereas in this movie, which originally I thought it was going for that. And then as we get towards the end of the movie, I sort of like revised my opinion a bit. I was like, oh, I don't think that's initially what they were going for, because I thought it was similar to Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind in sort of the same ways, right? I was like, oh, it's the character influencing what you're seeing on screen.
Yeah.
But now I don't think it's the characters that we were seeing on screen.
Right.
Yeah, like their perspective. And I mean, they even mentioned the concept in the movie, the whole interiority, like painting with interiority. And that's what I thought that they drive home a lot of points in the film, which a lot of times I was like, oh, okay, like I get it, but like that's kind of heavy-handed. And then like as we come to the end, I was like, wait a second, that's not heavy-handed. I was like, this is like the opposite. It's pointing towards a heavy-handedness, but it's not heavy-handed itself. Which I was like, this is really clever. This is fun and cool and neat. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, I liked that too. Like you said, it's not so much surreal as it is kind of dense, and it's like dream logic in a different way than what we've watched before, where it's not like just kind of like deep fears manifesting or like symbolism necessarily, but just kind of like, this reminded me of if somebody were to have had a really bad acid trip a few years ago and maybe had like psychosis for a little bit where they thought the world wasn't real and like they were trapped in their brain. If someone had been feeling that way, then I think they would probably lock into this movie a little bit in that kind of like the feeling of like all of your life is in your brain, even though it's not, right? Like obviously we interact with the world, but if you're someone who does have that locked in feeling, I'm speaking very roundabout here, but like that feeling of like being dissociated and being trapped in your head in the like in the world or unable to interact in the world, that feeling of like, well, anything from my past could show up at any time and manifest in my thoughts, and it doesn't have to necessarily even mean anything. It's just like a relic of what I've thought about in my life or what I've experienced in my life. That is an interesting type of like dream logic that I think we don't see in a lot of movies. And so I thought this was very interesting as it went on. When I kind of started to figure out what was going on, I was like, oh, okay, this is cool. The thing is, let me stop there. What did you looked like you were going to say something after I finished there.
No, I agree with you. I think it's almost kind of poignant. I think it points to a lot of the ways that like, not that humans are flawed, but like, yeah, it's. I mean, I think it's very common, right? Like that people have, because like, you can't really convey your interiority outwards as effectively as it is in your mind, right?
Right.
For anyone. So it is easy to sort of like go down the rabbit hole, right? And then like have something just sort of like, send you down a new path, and then you're like, oh, wait a second, and then like things get sort of muddled as you're like up in there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
The thing for me that just there is an aspect of this that keeps me at arm's length. Now, I just said all of this like I relate to this from this period of my life, but I feel like the like worldview that this is conveying, like I don't vibe with, you know what I mean? Like where it's like, if this is how you feel all the time and like you're full of self-loathing and like doubt and uncertainty and you think there's no point to anything in the world, like then you're mentally ill and you probably had a bad acid trip that left you psychotic for a couple months. Like
True.
You know,
I think a part of that is the difference of mentalities, right?
Sure.
And I sort of figured that you probably wouldn't agree with it too much. We talked about this previously on the podcast.
It's nihilistic.
But you try not to have regrets, right?
Oh, that's
nihilistic, but it's also, But yeah, right. The idea of being able to look into the past, regret something, and try to like figure like, oh, like if I'd done like X, Y, or Z,
Yeah.
right, then like my life would be on a different path, right? And I feel like this movie sort of hints at that along the way, where
Yeah.
and it sort of, I mean, nails it home at the end in a certain degree, to a certain degree, right? Which I was like, oh, like, I mean, I'm sure you can understand that, but I don't think that you'd necessarily relate and be like, oh yeah, like me, 100%, right? So it's interesting that that you would latch onto the like the bits around that and then be like, oh yeah, but like, you know, like getting too caught up in it is like pretty bad, which it's true, yeah.
It's cool from like a horror aspect, I guess, like that like sense of dread of like things are changing constantly. I'm not certain what's going on. Like that is very compelling to me. I do like that part, but for it to be, you know, this is not a movie about well, I guess it kind of is about like someone at the end of their life, right? Having like a breakdown or like a just complete lapse of, you know, reality. But like the idea, because I've seen other movies that Coffin has directed, and this theme of like identity and like loss of identity is very prevalent in his work, as we know. And so like that, like, that's less compelling to me, I guess, of like, you know, I don't know. I just like feel like, yeah, go ahead.
So you talk about randomness, but it also lends itself to a certain inevitability, right? Where like, no matter how you like chase the pathways down in your mind, right? You're always going to have to come back to yourself at a certain point, right?
I guess. Are you? I mean, like this movie, I don't know that it thinks it. I guess it does. It does think you do. Yeah, at the end. But like then he just kills himself. Yeah. So it's like, well, you know.
Well, I mean, kills himself or dies in a addled fugue state from hypothermia, right?
I think he did it on purpose, right? The movie is called "I'm Thinking of Ending Things." Like, I think that's the.
I get. I mean, I get that. I know, and like several times several times we hear the our main narrator, Lucy starts off as
Lucinda.
Yeah, starts off as Lucy, becomes Lisa. Yeah. I didn't keep track of her name after that. And like yeah, I'm thinking of ending things, and like that's like our main narrator, who we figure out at the end is the janitor, right?
You do think it's about the relationship at first, like that's kind of what I mean. That's the context that she's bringing it up, but it's like a cover,
right?
Yeah.
I get that, and that sort of, at least to me, I mean, lends itself to the inevitability, right? Like you're going down that like that mental track, right? And it's still going to bring you back at the end to, I'm thinking of ending things. And you can try to break it up, right? And you introduce the what is it, Tulsi Town ice cream, right?
You can just stay here.
Right before you can right. But like right before you can utter it, even to yourself, right? Before you can like really truly, you know, confirm to yourself, yeah, you know, I am thinking about ending things. There's always that, oh, but we can go get ice cream and it's sweet and delicious and fun and kind. I don't know.
But that's the only way, right? Yeah. Like, that's the only way that you can, like, break a negative cycle is by engaging with the world. And, like, if the world is getting ice cream, you know what I mean? So...
Right. But it's engaging with the world, not engaging with, like, the false
fantasy.
World, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But, and by continuing to do that, you're again just going to, like, yeah, you branched off, you know, you didn't come to that dead end, but, like, there's another one here. And there's going to be another one. Like, you can make as many turns as you'd like, but if you don't, like, get back to the center, like, I'm sorry, like, there's a dead end in front of you.
Yeah. No, you're not wrong. I mean, ultimately, right, this is all about a person who is so trapped in their brain that they can't break out of the cycle. So it makes sense.
Yeah.
I feel like the specific anxieties... What was that Kobe? What was that?
Yeah.
Was it Kobe?
Yeah, I was doing
Okay. It was hard to see. I was worried you were doing a sea kale.
The release. I was trying to see the...
I was seeing a sea kale.
Oh, no.
Okay, yeah, good.
No. Lane, I leaned all the way back in my chair with my hand.
I thought it was so I could see your hand. I thought it was so I could just see the whole thing. Anyway.
No. Okay.
I guess these specific anxieties about death or identity or, you know, those don't bother me, I guess, like in the mortal term. Like, I don't know, it's not one of the things that keeps me up at night. So this was kind of compelling in a short way, or like a brief, like limited, I guess. Like in the same way that like, damn, wouldn't it be crazy if the Thing came and like turned your dog into a banana peel? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
But some of the
but
pedantry,
like not in a I'm interested in playing Among Us.
Yeah.
You're not gonna take that step.
Oh, yeah, a lot of you mentioned the pedantics, and a lot of that was the tougher part of the movie for me. It's interesting. Like,
yeah,
you can only have so much of people kind of being non sequitur conversation, like that before it becomes a little bit just like exhausting and not interesting anymore, because it is just
yeah.
This is just people like his figments of his past or whatever coming to manifest, and so it's like, well, we're just with this guy the whole time. We can't learn his whole life, and it's not like a puzzle box. The puzzle's not that interesting, I guess. Okay, well, actually, let me take that back. I had the well poisoned slightly for this. I mentioned this last episode. Did you pick up on any... I don't want to like now poison your well. I want to maybe lead you to the well.
Wait, can we go back just so I can talk about talk about some of the earlier ideas you touched on?
Yeah.
The pedantry. It's even like worse in person, I think, right? Like, or at least I have a lower tolerance for that in person than like watching something about it. But I feel like a lot of that sort of goes back to the self-loathing that you're talking about earlier. It's that self-hatred, and it's that like need to correct oneself, right? Because I mean, all of those conversations are just it's like they're both him talking to himself, right?
Yeah. Which is funny because you're like, oh, he's a nightmare boyfriend. And then you're like, wait, this guy's crazy. Like, he's not just a nightmare boyfriend. Like, and then you're like, oh, wait, he's talking to himself. So he just, because his girlfriend is so, she like shifts mood and like even personality so many times. But so in the beginning, especially where he's like, he's like demanding that she recite poetry and stuff like that. Like, it's just, she comes across kind of like, she's like bubbly and fun. And then like, it's almost like there's such a crazy mismatch between the two. But anyway.
I mean, when I was watching that, I was just, I related to her so heavily because I was like, especially on like long car rides and like when there's that nice scenery, it's nice to just sort of like, chill out and look at it sometimes.
I knew you would love this. Because of the transportation of it all. I knew that you like...
Yes, yeah. I was also going to mention that they do really good transportation in, what was it? Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Yeah. I remember you mentioning this.
But They do a lot of good transportation stuff here. But, like, right in the very beginning, when, like, it's snowing and they're sort of going back and forth, and, like, they're not even getting too, like, pedantic with it. It's still, like, kind of light between the two of them. It's sort of like, oh, like, he's awkward, maybe a little bit more controlling than he should be.
Right.
And, like, she's obviously, like, kind of annoyed by it. And, like, he just doesn't stop. And, like, it's like, so funny, but, like, that it takes us all the way to the front door. Like, all the way to the front door.
Yeah. Well, it's funny to hear her monologue about him, too. Because that ends up being his thoughts about himself. So it's like, he's a nice guy. He's sweet. He's smart. He can keep up. It's like, oh, so it's not like a it's such an interesting self-loathing, right? Of like,
yeah.
Trying to give yourself the benefit of the doubt through external eyes.
And it's also like how like they say like, oh, like know oneself, know thy enemy,
Yeah.
It's that to like just an insane degree, right? Like you know yourself too well, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like you've defined yourself as the enemy too well, right? That you just can't take solace in anything that you do. Or pride even. Like it doesn't seem like he talks with almost disdain about the high school that he cleans, right?
He totally does.
When she sort of mentions it. Yeah. And it's he talks about like the people that he's seen and how he sees them sometimes still, and
Mhm.
it's that longing for
Connection,
like
and
he
yeah.
wants to have, well, yeah, connection, and he wants to have the interiority that he's projecting onto their lives, right?
Yeah.
And it's not like that he doesn't have his own like, you know, interesting internal monologue going here, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he's obviously well read, you know. He's nice, he's interesting, he can keep up, you know. He's very diligent in his studies. And you know, he's just playing the luck of the draw as well as he can, right? Like,
This movie's a testament to the importance of filling in your eyebrows, because he
is it?
I gotta make sure Chris isn't in here. He would be so hot in this movie. They do him dirty, of course, on purpose to make him look more whatever schlubby. Of course, Plemons. But really, it's because like if you look at like his more recent roles, like they darken his eyebrows.
They fill in his eyebrows.
It's the brow of it all, you know. That's the thing.
I didn't think he looked bad here.
No, he doesn't look bad, but they definitely style him dorky. You know, she's like Manic Pixie Dream Girl, which like it's a joke about that almost. But then they give him like red skinny jeans or like maroon skinny jeans and like a shitty button up that's, you know, too small. Like it's just they know what they're doing. Yeah. Okay, so I have to. I'm leading you to the well here. I'm trying not to poison it.
Okay.
Did you pick up on any queer narratives in this movie or like subtext?
Not really.
Now that I say that, though, so no, I mean, no, I don't know. I mean, like I said, I came into this movie with, you know, with that already in mind, because I heard people talk about this in the context of, oh, the main character is like a closeted trans woman, and this ideal girlfriend is actually like the ideal self. And so like there's lots of this, and with that in mind going in, because at first I was like, okay, we'll see, like, you know, and I've heard that people talk about that with Charlie Kaufman in a broader context. Like there are other movies where and I think it's not like Kaufman's secretly an egg, but I think it's more just like in the context of identity. You know, all of his movies are about that and who you are and conflict about it, and gender roles obviously are a big part of that. So all that to say, the idea, like, he's constantly talking about pretty girls. Like they talk about the one cashier at the ice cream store is like, you're not the mean kind of pretty. A certain, you know, being pretty in a certain way makes you mean, or she says something like that. He talks about you're the ideal girl. Yeah. They talk about homosexuality being in the DSM for a while. Like there's a lot of like that. Mm-hmm. So just like these little, and then of course, like, right, we're put in the point of view of the girlfriend, but it's really him the whole time. Like we understand at the end of the movie that they're all him, but especially her. And so like, what does that mean about this character that he is envisioning, you know, himself and playing the role of this woman? It doesn't have to mean that this character is trans, but just like, it was an interesting read that made it layered while watching it, especially when she gets kind of mean at the end. And she's like, well, first when they talk about the movie A Woman Under the Influence, and she starts like reciting like very critical like reviews, you know, and tells them to shut up at one point. Like it's interesting. Yeah.
I mean, also the picture of her.
Yes. Yeah. That's a good point too. Yeah.
House. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a pretty big one. I mean, the paintings and stuff, which are all painted by him.
Right.
Which, I mean, we see his name on it. We just don't know. We just didn't know his name.
Right.
Or we didn't know like who he was until the end.
Yeah.
Like downstairs, we see his name on it, and we see him sort of like proudly show them off to his parents.
Yeah.
Like through his girlfriend.
Yeah.
I mean, it could even be a not like a, I don't want to say a failed transition story, but like an attempted transition story where
what if my life had been like this?
It seem like his
right.
And I mean it and like especially with his dad being sort of like, oh, like don't worry, we don't, you know, we don't judge too harshly about the like the one bed thing, like we're not really uptight about that. Maybe sort of lending that like, oh, like his parents were a bit more
progressive or right.
progressive, yeah. Even though his mother was smothering him, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I think
again,
it's an interesting take.
yeah,
I didn't go into it like thinking about that, obviously, but like,
yeah,
I can definitely see where that comes from. Yeah.
yeah, and I think this is the type of movie you can kind of like generally figure out what's going on. Like, right, this is all happening in this man's head, this janitor's head. He's kind of like envisioning some sort of alternate fantasy, but the individual aspects of it are so vague or kind of opaque that I don't think that there is like I can just fucking imagine a Cinema Sins or like Your Movie Sucks, ending explained like YouTube video of this where it's like, and the paintings, that's what this meant, and then like someone going through all fucking 2 hours 20 minutes of this movie explaining every single thing and how it relates and how it it all fits. And that's just like not as interesting. So the trans reading is interesting, but not, I don't think it's perfectly explains it all, right? Like,
yeah. But the Tulsi town, the certain girls being mean to him,
yeah,
it's like, yeah.
I
mean, just interesting.
Well, and this movie could be taken on its face just as easily, where it's like, well, this was just a woman that he met at a bar or did not meet, failed to meet, and wanted to, and so now she's the ideal that he's thought about for 30 years, So.
Right. Now, what do you make of the one girl giving him ice cream,
having the
same rashes?
I kind of took it as like all of these characters are him, so they're all just different versions of himself because they're all coming from him.
Okay. Yeah.
It's like you can't make up things in a dream, right? Your brain is supposed to be, something else too.
Just pulling from whatever it's got. Yeah.
Yeah. They don't eat, right? They never eat. And isn't that a dream thing? I said that to Christopher pretty early on because they kept just like passing the food around but not eating, and I was like, oh, this is like all a dream.
Yeah. They like put it on the plate. Yeah.
Have you ever
throw it all away at the end?
Have you ever dreamt about your phone? People say that that doesn't happen, but I've dreamt about my phone, like going on the phone or texting.
So it's kind of funny because I recently saw someone say that they've been playing like so much Oblivion or whatever lately that they dreamed that they were playing Oblivion, but not that they were like. Because like I've had dreams, like I played enough video games that like I've had dreams that like I'm in the game, and it's just like my brain generating more game for me, right? But they were like, they specifically said that it's not that they were dreaming that they were in the game.
They were dreaming that they were
playing the game. So they like
That's
had like
fun.
a 2-hour dream where
That's
they're
cool.
just like sitting there.
That's cool.
But like nothing on the screen. So I haven't had that happen. I have seen phones in my dream, and I have had dreams where I am like whatever, like I was doing on my phone, like if I was playing a game or whatever, or, like watching YouTube or something. Like I've had like those be a part of my dream, but like like from the like, oh, I'm a part of that thing. But I don't think I've ever like
looked at your phone,
had a phone.
Yeah.
It's never been like my phone. Like if there's a phone in a dream, it's not my phone. Or the dream is about whatever I was looking at on the phone.
You know what phone I dream about? I dream about that fucking phone from the Boys in the Band. That's what I dream. That's the phone of my dreams.
That's the fucking phone? Oh, yeah. I want a pear phone, to be honest with you.
What is a pear phone?
From the iCarly universe, the fucking big ass pear phones they used to have. You remember that?
I didn't really watch iCarly. I never watched like any of those live action like preteen tween shows. Like I never Hannah Montana, Jonas Brothers.
I love Drake and Josh. It was like Sweet Life, Zack and Cody, Drake and Josh, right into iCarly. Those were the only ones I really watched because like I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm sure there are many more, but yeah, those were the big ones for me.
Yeah. But no, I've definitely dreamt about making a phone call or declining someone's phone call or answering the phone. Like I've definitely had that. Yeah. But really, I never dream about like games. That sounds nice. I dream about fucking work. I see Excel. I'm like just like looking at spreadsheets and clicking between fucking spreadsheets. Yeah, that's I need to go outside and touch grass.
I would have like league dreams before.
That's crazy.
Where it would just be,
Embarrassing. I'm gonna bleep that.
not embarrassing. It's a video game. What the fuck do you mean? And it's a video
League.
game I spent a lot of time in. I don't care.
Yeah.
Why do you like? Why do you dislike it? Like,
League of Legends? Because it's dumb. Anyway, let's talk about this movie.
okay. Yeah.
Because I have a reactive hatred for things that just disgust me on face value.
Fair.
I'm legophobic. Don't tell him to shush. He can meow. Let him meow.
He's being annoying.
Because he's meowing?
Being annoying.
What's he doing?
Yeah. He's meowing at me.
So let him meow. It's fine. It sounds cute when it's on the mic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. I just don't want to meow.
Let's talk about Toni Collette and David Thewlis. Did you recognize the dad? I know we talked about the mom.
Not really.
He's the main actor, the lead actor in Naked.
Really?
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy. What the
Yeah.
fuck?
Yeah.
Huh.
He's aged.
Yeah. Oh, how cruel it is.
Yeah.
Oh, that kind of... Oh, man, I didn't think about that. In like the middle of the like they're all sitting together on the couch sequence, one of her jobs was like studying like neuro
Dementia, right? Yeah, right.
and dementia and whatnot. Yeah. And she mentions like, oh, how cruel it is. Like, I didn't think about it, but it's just sort of like a little self-pitying thing that he's thrown out to himself. Yeah.
Your cats are all congregating behind you. It's so fucking cute. Kita is adorable. Oh.
Yeah, she's sweet. Milo's over there in the box.
Oh, of course. He really is like a box cat. Oh, I can't see him.
It's a box cat. Yeah.
He's so fucking cute.
Definitely.
Oh my god. Milo just yawned. That was the face of God. That was so cute. God, can I adopt Milo? Would you let me adopt Milo?
No, he's my scrungly old guy.
Oh, you love Milo now. Look at you. Remember when you wanted Milo dead in a ditch?
He's got a couple of like oddities that like Lionel had.
Yeah.
The way that he runs sometimes looks just like Lionel, because like they were both longer cats and like like kind of skinnier, right? So like the way that they run is very like gallopy.
Yeah.
And Lionel would do it all the time. Milo does it sometimes. So it's cute to see him do that.
Yeah.
And he hangs out in the bathroom when I get a shower. And Lionel was always very worried about me getting showers, and he would always wait right at the bathroom door. So it's nice to have someone there. So.
That's cute. Okay.
He's all right.
Yeah. Banksy, he will, he's also kind of like a gallopy cat, but he will occasionally, he'll run so fast,
Banksy
or like
does gallop sometimes, yeah.
He gallops in a way where his ass end will like become parallel.
Yeah, so
it's
like,
so funny.
Yes,
it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You look like a horse, like a fucked up. Like
he
he's
does
like
the multi-track drifting.
yeah, it's so cute. Let's talk. Yeah, but let's talk about the parents.
I don't even think it's that his hind. Yeah,
no, go ahead. No, please.
I don't think it's that his hind is like moving like particularly quickly. It's
he
just
slows down
he
the
tries
front.
to like stop.
Yeah,
he slows down the front like because like he'll be galloping and like his back doesn't speed up. It's just his front slows down, and he's trying to like get like an angle on whatever, and so like he's just stopping. Like there's just he's I have noticed that about him.
4-wheel drive, yeah.
Yeah, that was the thing. Like Lionel would always like he would gallop like to food, or like he would gallop over to me if I was like walking in and he wasn't at the door.
Yeah.
But it was always like a very particular gallop. Milo also like Lionel was to a place. Milo's will like because like if I'm doing the laser light thing, he'll start galloping and then like he'll just like get to a point where he's like, oh, I'm not running after this anymore. And then he just sort of like
stops.
He doesn't saunter, but he'll start like walking a little bit and then like go back into his saunter and then like lay down. And I'm like, all right, cool, fine, I guess.
Banksy does
like,
that too. Yeah, he's like,
out.
we're done playing. You're not putting in the effort I want to see. Yeah, it's really cute. Let's talk about the parents. So, when you first get introduced to the mom through the window, and she's like waving,
Uh-huh.
and they're just waving for like 30 seconds. It's so funny and like
Yeah.
creepy. It is so. There's so much Ari Aster like type of like creepy cinematography in this, and I know it's easy to say that because of
Yeah,
Toni
yeah.
Collette, but like they really do seem similar. Like,
Oh
yeah,
yeah. I thought it was very reminiscent of oh fuck, what you call it? I mean, just the this might sound weird, but the way that they like mythologize like the different rooms in the house, like the
yeah,
basement and then like the upstairs area, and like the way that they're like very clearly set as off limits, just like from the way like that the framing works, and like the first like 2 minutes that you're in the house, you're like, oh okay, well obviously like upstairs is like weird, but
yeah,
downstairs is forbidden, right?
yeah.
um it's a really great reveal, and it just reminded me of, I can't think of the fucking Psycho.
Oh,
I
okay.
kept thinking Norman Bates. Um,
The Norman Bates story.
just the house on
Yeah.
the hill.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, just the whole house on the hill. The you know,
The
like
architecture.
controlling relationship by the mother.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, the architecture and everything. But also like there's a lot that could be said, like sort of behind the scene parallels, I guess. I mean, there's maybe not the most like obtuse parallels to be drawn there, but like there's something there. I don't know, right? Like the
Yeah.
like like he's welcoming a woman like into like his house, essentially.
Yeah.
Not his house, but like his
parents'
place
house.
of residence.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but like between the two, right? To like a like place of residence.
Yeah.
Like that. I don't know. It's weird. Maybe I'm looking too far into that. I don't know. I was half expecting to see a fucking like crazy bird room when they went upstairs, or like the room where his like he's sort of caring for his mom to just be super dilapidated. Yeah.
This movie and the house specifically are so visually dense. In addition to just like all of the dialogue, there's so much talking. There are so many ideas and kind of like throwaway tangents, but like it looks, not only is it shot really creepy, like it does have horror movie cinematography. I think this would be a really good movie of like
Yeah.
to kind of teach or like talk about cinematography from like an intro level of like how you can frame very mundane things in a really creepy way. Because nothing in this movie really rises to the level of like horror or shock even. So
Yeah.
but there's so many like slow scenes where she's, especially in the beginning before you see the parents, like where she's kind of at the house when she's looking over at him and he's like just off screen, or you get like a really intense close up and it just lingers a little bit too long, or the framing is like a little bit too, you just expect like a jump or some kind of like scary thing, or the cut, the like very shocking cut to the dead. Yeah.
The dead lambs?
Yeah. That was creepy too.
Okay. So I had two.
Okay.
So the dead lambs, I was like, oh, okay, like sacrificing of innocence.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, with the weird phone call at the beginning, right? I was like, oh, like the Jesse Plemons character is like just I thought that was him like going crazy, right? And he and his parents had some sort of, and like when he tells the pig story as well, I was like, oh, okay, so like he is going to kill, like, and then like when you get introduced to the house, you get introduced to the fucking basement, I was like, okay, he is going to kill her.
What phone call
and, like,
are you talking
there will
about?
be something in the basement in the very beginning. Maybe it's not a phone call, but you hear what she hears on the phone call later, which is
oh
sort of,
yes,
like,
that part is really scary.
thing.
Yes, yeah.
At the very beginning of the film, they there
play
is that sort
too.
of like
like weird.
Yeah, it's like oh, like there's only one question, yada yada, like it needs to be answered, and like you see Jesse Plemons like facing like a wall in darkness when that's going on.
Yeah,
and I was like, oh, okay, weird. He's a psychopath killer. And then like when he brought up the pigs, I was like, okay, he's gonna feed her the pigs, right? Like which they don't have anymore, but like they're in the basement or something. They're like chained up. It's gonna be a weird, fucked up thing. I was like, oh god, I don't know if I'm ready for this one, right? And the scene that cemented it for me was when she walks out to the window and she goes, yeah, it's really getting treacherous out there. and then turns and like they're gone.
Yeah, that's
and
crazy.
It's
scary
like
too.
just so quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like the camera follows her up to the window.
Yeah.
And then like
but
it
it
reframes and like they're just gone. It's like, oh fuck, like what?
It's like Mulholland Drive.
When, like,
yeah, Mulholland Drive does a lot of the same thing.
Yeah,
where it's just they look up and they're just no longer in the house. Like they're just they cease to exist. Yeah. Yeah.
And then you're like you're left questioning like, all right, is this person real? Are they fake? Like how real is what's happening in the scenes? And that's when the inconsistencies start like piling up.
Okay.
More so especially because like the conversations that they have beforehand, you can all sort of chalk that up to like, okay, something weird is going on, and a lot of that I was like,
they're just in a cult
like
or something.
Well, yeah. Like the mother calling Jesse Plemons like 58 at some point or something, or like in his 50s or his 20s or whatever, instead of in his 50s instead of his 20s, yada yada. The dad saying, "Oh, how I miss her so much."
Yeah.
Before we later see that the mom has died. Like there's a lot of stuff where you're like, all right, like what the hell is going on? And then like it seems like time is speeding up within the house.
Right, and then they're back to being younger again because they age to different ages. I have to say,
yes, yeah.
I saw her fucking sweater change while they were still in the car in the beginning, and I was like, her sweater changed, and Chris was like, I think it's just the lighting, and I was like, it's not the fucking lighting. Her sweater's pink instead of orange, and then she changed.
I didn't even see that.
Yeah. And so then I was on high alert. I was like, well, we have to fucking watch this like hawks, and so her like her earrings change and her sweat I the more it snacked up, by the time then she's wearing like a dress with pearls, I was like, okay, obviously like there's unreality happening. And of course, as we get I don't know when it became like, oh, these are all the same character, or it's all happening within this guy's head. I don't know when that, I think probably the description of how they met at the bar just sounded a little bit too kind of like,
really,
like bad improv. And I say this as someone who loves bad improv because I do it all the time. But like, it sounds kind of like and then this happened, and then this happened, and then, and
yes, and
right. But like not yes, and, but just like, and then, and like,
yeah.
It just sounded too like, well, I didn't really think about the logistics of how I would have met this girl, and so I'm going to come up with something, and then, oh shit, my self-loathing came through. Back that up. Like it just that's what I kind of was like, okay. And of course the basement, like being like the subconscious, right? Or like where you bury your dark secrets. Like that's when it was like, okay, maybe this is all a dream. Or all a fantasy, nightmare, whatever, daydream.
I did not get that. Like I knew something was off, right? And as we got later and later into the film, I was like, all right, well, like, something's wrong here. Obviously, I wouldn't say it clicked for me until like very near the end, when like almost. I think it was a little before the play thing when she walks in. Like, right before she starts, like, talking... Yeah, right before she starts talking to the janitor about how, like...
She doesn't even know what he looks like. Yeah, like, right. Yeah.
Yeah. That was the scene that cemented it. I was like, all right, so, like, this is all the janitor's point of view, right?
Yeah.
Because for a while I was like, okay, it's his point of view, and then I was thinking, okay, well... because I thought for a bit that the girl who served him ice cream, I was like, oh, maybe that was, like, his mom? And I was like, oh, maybe it's just, like, a weird like time thing that like I was still thinking that like he and for a lot of this, for the beginning, I thought that he could like read her thoughts to some degree, and that's why he kept interrupting her when she thought like, oh, I'm going to end things.
Yeah,
I thought that's what that was, and I was like, oh, okay, that's kind of weird. And then I thought that I was like, as it went on, I was like, maybe in some way he's like impacting reality. It's like a Twilight Zone thing that like once she's visited the farm, like they're never really going to be able to like escape, right?
Yeah.
And like they can only go to like locales that like he sort of like chooses essentially. I was like, that makes sense with how controlling he is. But yeah, I didn't really entertain like another, because like I was still focused on like, oh, this is something supernatural that's happening. It's going to be a horror film. Like end of the day, it's going to be a horror film, and like Jesse Plemons is like the weird fucked up guy like behind the scenes here, 100%.
there is a shot early when they're talking about Oklahoma, the musical, where he's describing how he sees it, or he sees the people still around, and they perform it every couple years. And then they show the janitor watching it, and I was like, oh, he's the janitor.
Yeah.
And I thought...
I
thought that was, oh, the janitor's reflecting on this. That's why everything is inconsistent. Is like, this is a thing from his past. And then as the inconsistencies pile up with like even contradicting reality or like what we've established, not just like, oh, was she wearing orange or pink? I don't know, whatever, it doesn't matter. But then like, oh, she's a physicist or a biologist or a neuroscientist or a painter. Like, as those types of inconsistencies stacked up, that's when it became more and more like, oh, this is just like all fantasy. This is all made up. I can't keep straight.
Yeah.
Right.
So I think it's based on reality, right? I mean, the play at the end sort of, or not at the very, very end, but the play where the janitor kills the guy, right?
Yeah, the dancers.
In my mind, in my mind, that's because like he actually did kill like a guy, right?
Oh, he kills himself.
He feels bad about. All right. Well, he does kill himself. I get that. And yeah, I guess he's just looking. It's him looking in on himself and like having killed himself.
Yeah. He hates himself.
Yeah.
Right?
I get that. I get that, Lane. I know. I'm saying when I was watching it, I was like, oh, like this is just like another one of his memories, right? That he's like sort of interspersed in here. And it's like haunting him, essentially, right? And I mean, like I talked about earlier, with like the he's trying to replicate that interiority that he sees, right?
Yeah.
Like we see the dancers earlier, like those are the kids who were like in the hallways playing,
right?
And so like at least to me, I don't know. That's what I thought it was about, or that's what I thought that was, that like he had killed them, and like then because it cuts from that to like him like just going back to cleaning again. Like it's him like sweeping up the snow, and then it goes like right into him like mopping, right?
Really, you think that it's that he killed people like in real life?
I mean, I guess
that's
not.
crazy.
Again, keep in mind, I was still very convinced at this point that like I was like some like I was like, this is still a horror movie, right?
Yeah.
Although seeing it as like him just having killed the self, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess it makes it a lot more interesting, like the cut of like him like sweeping up the snow to going into the mop is like, well, like he's just cleaning up another mess. He's just cleaning up like the life that he wasted, essentially, right?
Right.
Or threw away.
Right.
In his own eyes, yeah.
Well, and then he goes back in with the pig, the cartoon pig, and
the
pig's like, someone's got to be the maggot pig or whatever. Like,
yeah.
A strong, you know what? Actually, though, a strong contender. I wanted to make note of this for like best animal actor when we do our gold watches will be the dog that is always shaking. Is so fucking funny. It's so funny. Like, and it never stops. Dog. You never see it still. It's such a funny touch. Like every time it made, and then it's unsettling too. You're like, oh, this dog's like. It reminds you of Jacob's Ladder. Like,
just always moving. I can't stop it.
It's crazy.
Yeah. There were so many like specific like awkward things that he does, which also like. I mean, I get the duality. Like, all of these people are himself. I feel like all of the things that we saw were like parts of his past that he's trying to relive as the other people within them, right?
Yeah, or like reclaim or retell the story. Yeah,
right. And reclaim, retell, reclaim, like all of that.
Yeah.
And like part of that is like I mean, in the dog thing, right? When he like apologizes, he's like, sorry, and she's like, for what? And he's like, the dog. What dog smell? It smells. It's a dog. And she goes, it's just a dog. Like it's like it's almost too like forgiving for me to think that it's like the same person, right? But because like he's not very. There's very few instances of kindness towards him personally, right?
Sure.
Like he will show kindness towards like his parents at times, sure, and like even towards her sometimes, but like not at like himself, right?
Yeah.
Except at the very end, when he, as her, hugs himself, right? That's like one of the
Yeah.
only times that we really see kindness towards him.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and yeah, it's funny.
And she shows up in the crowd applauding at the end. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, they all do dress as old people. Like stage makeup. The smell thing, like you mentioned, of like, sorry about the dog smell, and then the girl at the ice cream stand says the same thing of like, sorry about the varnish, or like, but then she's like, it's not varnish, we're not varnishing, and you're like, oh god, there's bodies.
Right. That's why I was still locked into the horror thing. I was locked into this horror idea for so long, Lane. I was like, there's no way. Like,
I don't think you're wrong. Like, I think I think you could definitely read this as a horror movie. It's scary. It's dreadful. It's tense. You know?
Yeah. But I mean, I was waiting for like the other shoe to drop very often. Right. I was constantly waiting for that around the corner. I was like, well, maybe there's something at the school, just like a bunch of bodies or something, like maybe in that dumpster. But no, it's just it's just the repeated failures, right? It's the dumpster full of the fucking Oreo
cups.
Bars, right?
Those look so fucking good. Those look so good.
Yeah.
Also, I have to say, I related so hard to his character when they're in the car driving back, and he's like, "Do you want ice cream?" And she's like, "No." And he's like, "We should get some ice cream." And like just being like, "I want to get a treat,
I guess
but
I just want a sweet treat."
Yeah, but I don't want to ask for it. I was like, "Oh, please be my boyfriend."
When they were driving in, and he was like,
"You want to get some food?
Farmy up here. You sure you want a coffee? Yeah, you want some food, a little snack?" I was like, he 100% wants a snack. I was like, you don't have to bullshit, man. Just say you want something, and get her a little something too. I was literally I was like coaching it to him in my mind. I was like, get her a little something, throw it in the back, and then if she's hungry, like right before you're pulling up, you can say, well, I got you a little Twinkie or what the fuck ever,
If only. I would date this Jesse Plemons for sure. I would date this guy. But then she doesn't eat it, which pisses me off. They both, neither of them do. But
she like sticks her fingers in it a little bit.
Yeah, they're
that's like
insane.
it. She plays with it a lot.
We should talk about the very end where he's accepts the Nobel Peace Prize or whatever on stage, or like a Nobel Prize, and then sings the song from, I think, Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, that's Oklahoma is one of the bylines of this movie. So
it's true.
I'm gonna assume it is.
It's true. It's true. A sad song. I've never seen that play, but the song he sings is sad.
Neither have I. Yeah.
He does a pretty good job in that scene.
Yeah, a surprisingly well one. A lot of emotion coming out in his performance. Yeah,
both of them throughout this whole movie are both really good. Him and Jessie Buckley. Have you seen her in anything else? I don't know, if nothing comes to mind that you would have seen her in, but I don't think you would have seen any of these. Sometimes I don't love her in stuff, but in this I liked her.
Yeah, I think she did a really good job.
She does a good job of doing what, like, threading the needle that I think Kate Winslet couldn't do in Eternal Sunshine. Of, like, playing a heightened version of a Manic Pixie Dream Girl that's supposed to be a little bit tongue-in-cheek or satirical or, like, self-referential. Like, I feel like Jessie Buckley does a little bit better of a job because she has more bite to it. Obviously, she's playing this, like, dual role, basically, of, like, playing that character, but also playing him, since they're one and the same. It's, I
hate to say it. I feel like that, I don't know. I don't think it maybe makes it easier for her. I really like Kate Winslet in Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Yeah.
And I think she did a really good job there. And, both of them, they have this, again, I keep going back to inevitability, but, like, in Spotless Mind, right, when they, like, leave after they get the procedure, and then, like, they decide, like, hey, fuck it, let's try it again, one more go around, right? Yeah. I don't know, it's fun to me, and she plays really well that, like, I think she does really well with, like, showing the like, oh, like, I don't care, and, like, it's not a problem, and how that turns into, I don't care, and it's not my problem, right? Yeah. And how that sort of, like, cascades into what's his name, Jim Carrey's life a bit.
Yeah.
Right? And like how that creates a lot of friction between them. Especially because like he's very plain and like he cares a lot about like the day to day and about like stuff that's going on. Or not very plain, but like he's much more grounded than she's supposed to be. And like I don't know. I think, I don't know. I like that movie. I like both movies a lot.
I think this movie just does a better job of illustrating the specific relationship dynamic in the beginning of like obviously it's not real, but you can totally like I know I've been in this type of relationship before where you're like, well, you know, you're good enough, I guess. I don't, you know, and you can kind of see like why you would be with this person or like why these two people would be together. Like, yeah, on paper, this person's fine. Like you really get a good sense of how they're done. You can kind of envision the last few dates they've been on, you know, like all of it.
With how pragmatic she is about the whole thing too.
Right,
just like,
laying it all out.
Nice. He's kind.
Yeah. So I enjoyed that more because, especially before it really became clear that these were the same character, it made her perspective on things, yes, like a little bit more, just compelling, I guess, as opposed to like, all right, I get it. Like, sure, you guys were together and she's the crazy, like, whatever, blah one, and he's the steady one. Like, because they are, number one, these characters are a lot more grounded, both of them in this movie, but, you know, you are, they seem just more, you know, they're just portrayed a little bit more interestingly. The physicality too of both of them is interesting. He's like rounded, the roundedest, the most round shoulders. Like every scene he's like hunched the fuck over. And then she is like, she's almost floating in certain scenes. Like she's kind of like bouncing between her feet. Like she's so uncertain of where to stand.
Whenever she sits, she drapes herself down. And I do this myself as well.
Yeah, she really does just kind of like settle.
I can recognize a draper.
Yeah.
You settle, and like even when she was like laying her head on the father,
yeah,
I was like, whoa, that's like. I was like, that's crazy, and like also way different than the vibe that's been going on like for the rest of this thing. Just for her to be so comfortable there.
Well,
I don't know. Yeah.
And well, it's really interesting that you pointed that scene out because when they first meet the parents, Plemons and David Thewlis, like they don't even shake hands. He's like scowling at him. But then when the mom is suffering in that scene of them on the couch and the Lucy character like puts her head on his on the dad's shoulder, it's like, oh, he can only be affectionate with his dad through this like avatar of a fake girlfriend as himself, you know, like that's a really interesting thing you pointed out. So
they did have like an embrace, like a
but it wasn't nice.
It was more bracing than
embracing.
Ethic.
I don't know. What do you think of this janitor character at the end? Like, it is hard not to see this movie as like a bit of an incel movie, right? Of like, this guy has this like very warped view of a woman and like, and of his expectations of his life. Like he should be on stage and being acclaimed and he's a great performer and like all of the, and he's a scientist and an actor and like a painter. But he's not, you know, so.
Yeah. I think it's normal to like mourn lives not lived, right? But again, like we mentioned earlier, and like I said a couple times, like when you get stuck in that and like you're just like chasing dead ends, it's bad. Like you're uncentered as a person. Like you're fundamentally uncentered, right? Like you are like who you are and like who you think you are, or like who your mind is like processing you as become different. And that leads to like a lot of problems.
Which
I don't know how.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say I don't know how incel-y it is. At least to me, it just didn't seem like he begrudged her at all.
Oh,
like,
you don't think so?
Like,
oh, really?
I don't know.
Oh, like toward the end, she becomes like a bitch character, right? And of course, like it's her. She is him, so he's portraying this as
related to her 100%.
Me too. Me too. I mean,
like I don't think she did anything that was like. I think she was actually really like calm and collected, even
in
like,
the car home, in the car before
the
they get to the ice cream store. I think when they're talking about the movie, A Woman Under the Influence, she like straight up tells him to shut up. Like she's like very like kind of like,
yeah, I thought that was a little mean. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like that's where not so much her being like, hey, can we go? Like I've said like 75 times I have to go home. But like I think she becomes a bit of a like a harpy kind of like caricature.
See, but that to me was because that was weird. I saw that as, again, like, okay, so looking at it through the lens now, I'm like, okay, well that's just like a it's like a rewrite. Like it's him rewriting her, right? To like paint himself as more like pitiable in that situation.
Yeah, almost. For sure.
But it's also himself, right? Like he probably doesn't like himself for some of the things that he like.
Well,
or some of the things she's well just like let's stay on that scene for a minute. When he says to her, he's like, oh, like, yeah, you had a lot of drinks. Like my dad like kept topping you up, and like you kept drinking. It makes me think that like something happened between those two at some point, right?
Sure.
Where like he was drinking a lot, and like I mean, obviously he gets in this headspace where like he's sort of like very argumentative. He's sort of nitpicking people's words, and like if his parents did actually have those sort of like bouts of I don't know what to call it. It's not misnomers, but where you like mistakenly just say the wrong word, right?
Yeah.
Like the genus versus genius thing. Which his parents seem to have like a pretty decent sense of humor about, right? Like it's odd the insecurities that he seems to display when we look at like some of the interactions, even from his point of view, which don't seem slanted towards that, right?
Well, that's part of it. I think there's a point where sometimes he's role playing as those other characters, or like role playing his ideal of how they treat him, or like his, he can never quite maybe like get to his ideal of how he would like to have been treated. But then
right,
there is also I'm arguing with another person in the shower in my head type of like aspect to it. And that's what I pictured at the end, where it's like, well, and she was so mean, and my parents were so confusing and stupid, and they didn't like understand me. They didn't understand what I felt about art like that. And so this is what they would say, because they're stupid, like unlike me, who's pitiful or pitiable, whatever, whichever one. That was kind of how I saw it, toward the end, at least.
Yeah, I still, like, I don't know, because I still see it as, like, having been a date that he did go on and flub, right?
But he didn't.
Like,
that's the thing. If you're to believe what she says.
I know, I get that. If looking at it as more, I mean, yeah. So like lending more of the like trans lens to it, it definitely makes a lot more sense to, as far as like him like showing them I didn't think about the him showing them his art like through her as well.
Yeah.
So like it does sort of become like, is she just an avatar for him to explore these parts of himself and like show them to his parents?
Yeah.
Or is she just like various women that he's like either seen or like possibly had a relationship with, or like maybe went on a date with, and like maybe introduced to his parents, and he's reliving like those specific bad experiences sort of like amalgamated into them.
Or both.
Or I mean, it could be both, right?
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it being both, yeah.
Because, I bet she does have these different personality kind of like pops at various points where she's, contradictory, not just like the facts of her life, but just like the way she responds in the moment, where she's creeped out versus she's just going with the flow. So it could be, he's having this like hypothermia induced hallucination in his, van. So it could be it could be any of these things. At various points. Yeah, so it's interesting. I would watch this movie again for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. That's also why I believe that I mean we have two things. So that's also kind of why I believe that like the the him like killing like one of him like killing a self, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like actually occurred. Like the janitor in real life had actually killed someone that he had been like, you know, sort of like stalking or like spying upon over time. It and he sort of sees himself as like, oh, I should have been the one to have lived that life, right? Like I should have been the one to like have a girlfriend that and like that can bring home to my parents.
But I don't.
And I should have been the one that like performs in the play and everybody applauds for, and I should have been the one that gets the Nobel Peace Prize for. I don't know, whatever. I didn't really catch what it was for in the speech.
I don't think it's for anything. It's for being Mama's special boy.
Yeah.
One other thing about that, the baby it's cold outside. That too. Classic, feminist boogeyman, baby it's cold outside. Like
when that came up, okay.
Here we go.
Because I've had this conversation with people before. I like Baby It's Cold Outside. You know what song I think is a rape song that I like hated from the moment it came out, and I don't get why people liked it?
Huh.
Blurred Lines by...
Yeah, you're... Okay, that discourse has
Robin
fucking...
Thicke, that's what it is.
Sailed the fucking 7 seas.
I know it probably has. People have probably mentioned this a billion times before. Yeah. I'm way behind the times.
I would say Blurred Lines has had that discourse since it came out. Like when that fucking song came out, people were talking about it. I was on Jezebel back then. I don't want to hear it. I was fucking trolling the forums.
I don't even know what that is. When that song came out, true. When that song came out,
we do need to.
I was in high school.
Well, hang on. I gotta get the air pump, the jack, so I can make sure we're reinflating the Ricky Hates Women balloon for the back of this. True. We haven't had that. I can't believe you let it.
Yeah, I can't believe you let it get deflated. I thought we had a wacky, wavy
inflatable guy
person. Yeah.
All right.
Whoa, person. Like, could be anyone. Okay.
When that song came out, what you talked to a friend? What?
Oh yeah, I was in high school, and people were like. It played all the fucking time on the radio, and people were like, "Oh, I love this song." I was like, "I kind of hate this song, man." I was like, "I kind of hate this song, man. Like, this song is like dog shit, bro." And they're like, "No, it's good. It's good. It's on the radio." I'm like, "Dude, I want to die."
Yeah. It's not great. It's not a great song. It also is just
rapey. Like... It's just like Baby It's Cold Outside. Pretty different. I don't know. The one of them, the guy is like, you know, poking fun. It's cold outside. And then the other one, the guy is literally like, I don't know if I should rape her, but I'm going to. And it's like, what? Like, hello?
I think it's all about context. I don't like Blurred Lines.
Yeah.
I also don't like Baby It's Cold Outside because I think you can't read those words today and not be like, this. But obviously if you're in the context of back then, like, yeah, sure. And you can know that and still be like, this song is uncomfortable in 2025.
Fair.
Nuance, babe. Yeah. Blurred Lines, same thing. It's like, yeah, if you're whatever, you know, like, yeah. Anyway. There's a point at the end where I think it's the pig is talking to the janitor about like the creaky. He says something like the floor creaks, and I immediately was like, the roof leaks. There's a terrible draft.
There's a terrible draft. There's a clam in the basement.
Yeah. I liked this movie. I would be interested to rewatch it. I liked this more than I thought I would, which is always nice because sometimes I'm like, I'm going to not like this fucking movie. I'm watching this movie because Plemons is in it and it turned out bad. This one I ended up liking more. I liked it more than Eternal Sunshine. Yeah.
I like this more than Eternal Sunshine. I think it's more interesting and it has more depth than Eternal Sunshine for sure.
Me too. There's just more interesting things about relationships and identity in this. So
Yeah, they explore a lot more and more in depth. I think Eternal Sunshine is like it's just so focused on. You know what? The problem is that it's not so focused. It tries to be so focused on their relationship, but then like they've got like the funny hijinks going on with the people outside.
Yeah,
and,
true.
Like, their relationships and whatnot.
That's true.
Where it sort of gets really diluted in its messaging, or not really diluted, but a bit diluted at least. Where it becomes more about like. Oh, like we're all an interconnected web, and like even if you cut someone off entirely, like if you just happen to bounce into them, like who knows, like maybe the same sparks are thrown again, right?
Right.
Yeah. Like isn't this just inevitable? Versus this is more like it's relationships, but explored from like one person's point of view, and like how violently self-destructive that can be. How that can breed like a whole audience of people who, like within yourself, like entire multitudes, which all hate yourself, right?
Yeah.
And can only applaud for you at the end of your life, right? Like, kind of sucks. I don't know.
Yeah. This movie's also sad, and Eternal Sunshine is not sad. Anyway, yeah. Plus, this movie has Jesse Plemons in it. So,
True.
Speaking of, first, do you have anything else to say about I'm Thinking of Ending Things from 2020, directed by Charlie Kaufman?
I do not. I really like this movie.
Cool. I'm going to send you a slideshow.
Okay.
Give me one moment while
Is this an activity? Is this homework?
This is an activity. This is an activity here.
Okay.
I'm hoping. So this is to end Jesse July. Something that hopefully we can make into an annual event here.
Yeah.
Would you rather I show the slideshow, or would you rather open it on your screen?
Up to you. What do you think will work best?
It's a good question. I didn't think this far ahead.
Okay.
I'll share it with you, and I'll make you an editor so that you can interact with it. How's that? And then we can both look at it in real time. So to end Jesse July, I should have asked Christopher to leave the house before I started this episode. I have
something very horny. Like...
No, not horny. And I'll make sure that I'll make sure that a link to this slideshow is in the in the description so people can view this. So, I've blended two of my favorite things on Earth, which are Craigslist misconnections and Jesse Plemons. I was so hoping you. So earlier today, I was like, "All right, Ricky, Tinder or Craigslist? No context." And he, of course, picks Craigslist. Something about me. Christopher actually gave me shit about this. Because I was reading there are two things I like to keep up with the community. I fucking read the Craigslist personals, and I read the restaurant inspection reports for my local county. I keep up on that shit. And I love it. It's like, I gotta stay on top of local goings on. And, so in this case, I figured, our boyfriend, our collective communal boyfriend, Jesse Plemons, I took various Craigslist ads I found from the last, I don't know, various times in nearby cities, and tweaked them slightly and related them to each of the 7 Plemons performances we have watched on this show. And so
oh my god,
if you'd like to describe what you're seeing on slide 1 here. I'll also say this. I originally was going to put in like the posts on Craigslist, but then I realized I couldn't do it and have the location be correct. So I didn't. I just like mocked it up, but I was going to post all of these on Craigslist. But so anyway, for those of you watchers at home, Craigslist has, it used to be really good for hookups, but anymore there's mostly just like the missed connections, personal section, which are a little bit more vague. Sometimes they're like, I saw you at Aldi. You were hot. You had on a tight red dress. If you see this, what like car did I drive? Like people will say that kind of thing. Or they'll be like, and this one you would see in Bleep, where Ricky lives all the time. Like, I got some wood. I need hardwood polish. Get at me. Like,
got some long hardwood. Need a young strapping man willing to put in hours of work.
Polish my wood.
Getting this wood polished.
Yeah. So, I did take I trolled for ones that were a little bit more involved, so that they would relate to the characters here. So, I tried to not tweak these too much from the original ads, but, so yes, Ricky, if you'd like to describe slide 1 for us.
Should I just read it out?
First describe the visual of what this slide looks like, I would say.
Okay. So, this slide looks like a Craigslist post, which was posted 26 days ago on the left-hand side of the screen. And on the right-hand side of the screen, there are 7 snippets from each of the Plemons movies that we've watched. in little heart outline format,
Cool.
with either just Plemons' face or Plemons and one of the other characters.
Thank you.
The movie.
Thank you. Okay, so yes, if you'd
They're
like,
good shots of him too.
I had fun on Google Images here, so. So what I'd like you to do, there are 7 here, so as we go through, hopefully this will become easier. This one, I have to say, I'm very proud of this one. I wanted to do something other than just trivia for this, or like a guessing game of like.
No, I like this. Yeah.
So, as you go through, you're going to match the Craigslist post to the role, so as if it were this character, and then we'll go through and kind of say, we'll check them off as you get them, and it'll be like a puzzle.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
So this first one.
Can I read it out?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I'd say read it out.
Okay. Yeah. The first one is getting to know each other better in Rochester. I think that I am a special man. I had a difficult childhood, and this made me strong. But at the same time, I have a gentle character and a kind heart. I value honesty, good actions, and a sense of humor, intelligence, and just a kind heart. I am a good listener, and you can share with me all your secrets. Is this Power of the Dog, Jesse Plemons?
I think so. Should we try to because right, it's going to get easier as you go on.
Are we lining these up with specific Plemons, or would you like me to read all of them first and then go back and match them?
I was thinking maybe you go through them and say I think it's this one, and then we can kind of you'll have to change them as you narrow it down.
Okay.
Because if I was just yep,
okay.
it's that, and then by number 7 you're going to know which one.
Then
it
I
is.
have that checked off the
right.
list. Yeah.
So
yeah, I got you.
But
okay.
we can.
So I believe this one is Power of the Dog.
Okay. Do you want to scribble, or do you want me to scribble to draw a circle around the one you think it is, or do you want to do it?
Can you do that just so I can
focus?
Keep, just scrolling through these.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, also because I have it full screen, so I just.
Oh, sure. Okay.
It's just easier to read. Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
Next one is All American in Raleigh. Any F looking for fun? Send stats and pick to front of line. Not angry, not wired, dead-eyed WM here. Can host.
It's so funny that you don't know what the acronyms. Do you know what the acronyms mean? You don't troll Craigslist like I do.
F is female, I'm assuming, and WM white male.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. I feel like this one is a bit of a gimme, but we'll see.
Is it?
Yes. Yeah.
Not angry, not wired, dead-eyed.
I will say for a couple of these, I went to the script specifically. For this one, I went to the script to see how this character was described. I couldn't find the script because originally I was going to write all of them as if they were from his perspective and do a description of based on the script, so it wasn't biased by me being I'm very handsome. So instead, I only picked, I used existing Craigslist ads and just injected certain, adjectives.
Yeah.
So not angry, not wired, dead-eyed was from the script for this movie. The locations are
from the script.
Are also part of the clue, to be clear. So
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm gonna chalk this one to Civil War, I guess.
Okay.
For right now.
Sure.
I don't know. Anyway,
okay.
I'm just gonna.
We'll go through.
We're
going on. Yeah, it's a game. All
right. Gentlemen only. New Orleans. Driven and devoted WM looking to connect with an adult gentleman, clean, classy, and generous. Let's talk and possibly meet. Tall, chic, smart, educated, intelligent. Now this kind of makes me think this is him in Power of the Dog here. I'm going to have to go back through all of these later. I'm just going to read through all of them now. And then,
all right.
I'm going to have to go back through these. Okay, Once in a Lifetime in Claremore. I know she won't see this, but I have nothing to lose by posting. I've seen you several times now, usually Saturday evenings. You never say hi, but we always smile when we pass each other. You obviously shower before... You obviously shower before going out because you often smell clean and fresh. And from the looks of your clothes, you clearly dressed to the right. Let me know if you'll be out this Saturday. Ugh. Yeah, I don't know. I'm moving on from that one.
I forgot about
fruit
this one.
stands, Wilmington, North Carolina, seeking info on where I can find some nice melons in the area. Thank you. What the fuck? Okay, this one is fucking from from the fucking Seth Rogen movie. What the fucking
Observe and Report?
Observe and Report, yep. Yeah.
Okay.
That one I'm locking in right now too. I need nothing else. That one's locked in.
Cool.
Going to the next one. Lonely, Beaverhead, Montana. Looking for a life partner. I work with men all day, so I would like a female partner to break up the monotony. I kind of want to say Hostiles. He worked with a lot of guys. All day.
Okay.
And they were going to Montana, I think, maybe it was Wyoming or Minnesota. Whatever. I'm locking that one. Hang out, Santa Fe. Hang out, bored, tired of sitting by myself. Anybody looking to hang out? Maybe talk about life, death, have a couple beers? Send me your information. Pics, stats. Only the first email. Let's plan for something tonight. Bored, really. Nothing to do.
I have to fucking say, it's so crazy that you put in punctuation when this one had none.
Zero punctuation.
When I found this one, I was like, I will make this work because this one is so typical. Just like one run-on sentence, but like not a sentence at all. Like, yeah, your interpretation.
Do you want me to read it? Like, yeah, it's just pure stream of thought. Yeah,
it's
stream
good.
Of conscious.
It's good.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm reading it like a normal human, I'm going, hang out, bored, tired of sitting by myself. Anybody looking to hang out, maybe talk about life, death, have a couple beers, send me your information, pics, stats, only the first email. Let's plan for something tonight. Bored, really nothing to do. I couldn't do that, Lane. It would kill me to read that out like that.
Yeah, but you could read the anyway. All right. This is not an acting performance.
Anyway.
Do you have a guess for?
You're right.
The clues are in the location. The location should also be a clue to you. The location. I'm beaming the location. Now that you've read all 7.
I know. Alright, the 3 movies that I don't have are... What are the 3 movies?
Fruit Stand.
I mean, it's the one that we just watched, Fruit Stand. It's so crazy. What are our Jesse Plemons movies? I know you said them earlier.
They're in the pictures, so it's Observe and Report. We've got The Master in chronological order.
The fact that you're like they're in the pictures, Rick. You can't just look at the pictures and tell what Jesse Plemons movie this is from. Come on.
The fact that you can't. The only 2 that you would have an excuse for are the ones of Hostiles and Power of the Dog, where he is wearing the same big ass hat. And like dressed almost the same, like wearing the same color. The others should be very
those
obvious.
2 I can tell pretty immediately.
The fact that you don't know,
I don't know why.
Okay.
But
Observe and Report, The Master,
Observe and Report,
Hostiles, Civil War, Kinds of Kindness is the one where he's holding the flowers, and then I'm Thinking of Ending Things.
Oh, I would not have been able to place where that movie with him in with flowers was from.
He's got the turtleneck on. He's got the pink.
Is that when he was? Is he in the hospital there? Or
I think he's delivering the flowers to the hospital. I think, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay. I was like, I just like this picture. I'm gonna use this picture. You see, they grew his eyebrows out and darkened him a little bit. Anyway, okay.
Anyway,
so make sure you're putting yourself in the mind of these characters. The character should be the one that's writing it.
Okay.
Right. So.
I get that. I'm gonna say I think the Kinds of Kindness one is Claire Moore.
What makes you say that?
It's reminding me of I believe it was the second vignette where everything is set up for him by... Maybe it's the first vignette.
It's the
where
first
everything
one.
is set up for him by Willem Dafoe. Yeah.
Or oops.
And so...
Kinds of kindness.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I'm wrong with that.
No, I'm just getting you to explain your thought process as you talk through. Since this is an audio.
I don't know,
medium.
the way he met his wife and like the... I don't know. It kind of makes me think of that.
Okay, let's
these are tough, man.
Let's get...
Yeah.
It's not tough for a real Plemon head, but...
That's true. I'm not a real Plemon head. I'll give you that much. So what do I have left? Gentlemen Only, New Orleans.
Which of these characters is looking for a gentleman? Looking for a clean, classy, generous, tall, chic, smart, educated, intelligent gentleman?
None of them?
Maybe we should revisit this one.
Is it the Master?
No. Do you want some hints?
Fuck.
Okay, let me give it to you this way.
Is the Master Hangout?
Why don't you assign the last two, and then what I'll do is I'll turn the ones green that you have right, and then you can like reorganize.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, gentlemen, I think is the Master, and then Hangout.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll put Hangout for I'm thinking of ending things, and then just green what you gotta green, and leave red what you gotta leave red. Okay.
Okay.
It's gonna be all red. Lynn's gonna be like, I'm done.
That'd be so funny. No. So the ones that
I would just give up. Like,
ones you have right are... And I was going to go through and like put effects on this so that when you got it right, it would like light up a heart, but I'm not doing all that. So, and this one. So you've got the two gimmies.
Okay.
The others are all wrong. So you've got... I'll change these to a more vibrant green, but you got some work to do.
Okay. I'll change Lonely to Power of the Dog.
And why is that?
'Cause he's lonely. He works with men all day.
Okay.
Although I see him as a gentleman, but I don't think that he would be posting looking for
A gentleman. That's
right?
that's a good way of thinking about it. I like that.
Right.
Okay. We got Power of the Dog.
Um.
So how about the one that you had previously assigned to Power of the Dog, the getting to know each other better? Which of these characters probably had a difficult childhood who values honesty?
See, when I read this originally, I thought the I had a difficult childhood was like a line that he had said in the movie.
No.
And I wasn't sure. And I mean, he is gentle and kind in the movie, which is why I was like, oh, I think this is him. I guess this could be our latest one where he has this interiority that isn't quite right.
Okay.
He sort of has to stay within himself to be able to play out.
So you want to
around that? I don't know.
Swap it to I'm thinking of ending things. Okay.
We'll swap. Yeah, we'll swap it to I'm thinking of ending things for right now.
So then where does Hangout go? Because Hangout was previously I'm thinking of ending things.
Yeah.
Which of these characters would write like this? And maybe talk about life and death, have a couple beers, bored. Would write.
They all would. They all would.
No,
I'd have a beer with any Jesse Plemons.
Oh,
I would hang out and have a beer with Jesse Plemons in any universe. All right,
that's so crazy. I'm staying so far away from Civil War Plemons, from Observe and Report Plemons. Maybe the others. Probably the Master
Civil
I'd
War
avoid.
Plemons, maybe before that. You know what? Actually, I think those are the same Plemons, just before and after, like, fucking civilization breaks down in America. I think
Whoa.
that's the thing, really, right?
Yeah,
Like,
true. Who would talk about life and death over a couple beers? Who's bored?
what is the third Plemons here? Or I guess second Plemons down
They're
on the
in-
left.
So it's Observe and Report, then The Master, then Hostiles, I'm Thinking of Ending Things, then on the right column, Power of the Dog, Civil War, Kinds of Kindness. So in order of release, youngest to oldest.
I guess Hangout could be the Master.
Okay.
I don't know.
So then, which of these movies is he pursuing a male, like a male partner? There's only one movie where he's like explicitly after a dude. The whole thing is that he's after.
The whole thing?
I mean, his most prominent storyline is that he's trying to impress and like win the love of a guy.
Oh, okay. So Gentlemen Only is Kinds of Kindness then.
There we go.
Specifically, it's sort of around the first vignette.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I couldn't. Sorry, I couldn't find
That
any.
one's-
Sorry, I couldn't find any Craigslist ads about cannibalism. Sorry, I couldn't find any.
That one is tough. I was about to say that movie is very tough to like sort of fit one too.
That's fair.
Especially because his characters aren't very
Consistent.
I guess, between them. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So now that we've done that, yeah. How about we revisit Once in a Lifetime, since that's the one that you had previously assigned to Kinds of Kindness. Sorry to Lane, who's gonna have to fucking edit all of this. At least I'm not doing any sound effects this time.
I don't know. This is such a creepy fucking message.
Who would write a creepy message? Who would write a creepy, like a really creepy, like...
Jesse Plemons plays a lot of guys that would write a creepy message.
Okay, but
like,
only...
That's the problem.
Really? You were just saying you'd have a beer with all these guys. Banksy, what are you doing? You don't...
Well,
fit
they're
on
creepy
the
towards
desk.
women.
Right. Which of these is creepy? Which of these says you never say hi?
Power of the Dog was probably my favorite Jesse Plemons.
Me too. He's so cute in that movie. It's so cute.
He's also like kind and like a good guy.
Yeah, that's the line where he's like, "It just feels good to not be alone." Oh, my heart.
Yeah.
And they're dancing.
He's great.
All right.
He's great.
Oh yeah, so I should turn this to be green. Lonely is. So you got that done.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out which ones I still got on the table.
Banksy is like putting his head into my mouse so that I like hit my hand is on his head instead of the mouse. Baby, you don't fit.
Oh, my cats do that too sometimes. Yeah,
it's so cute. I'm sorry, you don't fit on the desk. Please don't stop the recording. Okay. All right, let's think about which of these movies takes place in Santa Fe, New Mexico? Which of these movies? Perhaps before it was called New Mexico. Oh.
Is this one Hostiles?
Yes, where he's concerned about dying and taking a man's life. Yes. This is Hostiles.
He does a lot of talking. He yaps.
That's why I picked a long one with a run-on sentence. Hello. Are you getting the idea now? When I do this in the future after another 7 Plemons movies, you'll hopefully do a little better. Okay. So you've got two left.
So I'll say that the getting to know each other, the I think I'm a special man, had a difficult childhood, yada yada, all that stuff, where he just goes on and on about himself. That's I was thinking like, oh okay, like I don't know, I thought that was him. Anyway,
these are all him.
You're right.
No, I know what
you're so right.
We are all. Okay, so Once in a Lifetime. Which of these movies is
getting to know each
like...
other and Once in a Lifetime?
Yeah. So you have 2 roles left.
I guess Once in a Lifetime could be the movie that we just watched, where he feels like he missed out on like this once in a lifetime opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And he missed multiple once-in-a-lifetimes.
And
so I guess that's not it.
No. And no, you're right. That is it. Because then,
okay.
Then he's like, I know she's not going to see this. We pass each other all the time, but I've never talked to you.
Yeah.
There you go. And then
this is real incelish writing, right? That's why I was like, well, it could be. I was thinking it was one of his.
Which one?
Just his other weird guy characters.
Oh, sure.
The last one.
Yeah. Which does leave the one who thinks he's a special man and had a difficult childhood, and he values honesty, and he's a good listener. I thought all of that applied to the cult leader's son in The Master.
I get that. We don't really get much of a look at him there. I always thought of him as just being like done with his dad's shit.
It's true.
I didn't think that he was like too convinced that like he was special or anything as much as he was convinced that his dad was not, right?
Well, he has an arc right toward the end of that movie. He's back to the cult, so he's back to being a part of it. So
yeah.
But anyway, well, next time, maybe since you hated
next
my
time,
game,
maybe don't suck ass, Rick.
No, next time maybe you make your own fucking game and put your own effort in. And
I like your games, Lane. I didn't say that I didn't like your game.
Yeah, I bet you do. Thanks for playing. This was fun to put together. I was laughing my ass off with this.
yeah, hell yeah.
Okay.
They were good.
Speaking of things that that you have to do that I have totally relinquished any power of the dog.
Yeah.
This next miniseries, because I felt bad. I said, man, I've picked all of the movies for the last 12 movies. Kind of shitty of me. Mm-hmm. Maybe we should do Awful August, where Ricky picks every movie, 5 movies straight, with no input from me. He has complete veto ability. He picks all 5. And I thought to myself, I'm setting myself up. We're going to watch 5 dog shit awful movies for August. And then...
Oh, we are.
But Ricky, for the last month, while we've been talking about this, you keep being like, well, I was thinking we could... Well, I want some input on... Well, I don't know. Do you think we should... No, the only way that this
exercise... I didn't ask for input. I just said
you said you wanted to give you
some options.
No, and I said no options.
So I'm going to give you options.
No options. I don't want options, Ricky. This is a role of reversal. This is 100% you have to pick. I am done. I am relinquishing all my... The only thing I'm going to do for the next month is watch the movies and fucking edit the podcast. You have to do all the fucking research. You better come with fucking discussion topics about these. You better take some notes. I am fully Jesus take the wheel. That is, you are on your own.
Okay.
I'm putting no input in. If you try to ask me for an opinion on something about what movie we should watch or what order we should watch them in, or should we do it this, I'm covering my ears. See no evil, hear no evil. Awful August.
Okay. Well, I will go through my thought process with this.
That's fine.
I knew about this way back in June, and
okay.
I remember Lane saying distinctly, I swear to God, you're going to pick some dumb shit, like you're going to say Heat for the first movie. And I really hope that you said that on pod, because if not, I mean, it's not going to be as funny for the listeners, but if you did, it'll be great. Because, like, a couple weeks before you had said that, I was literally, like, I was over Sai's house, and we were hanging out, and I was like, dude, and because that was when I had, like, rewatched Heat, like, kind of recently, and you were mad at me about it. I was like, dude, like, Heat is so fucking good. We were talking about guns and stuff. It was around the 4th of July, and people were like lighting off fireworks and shit. And so we were talking about like guns and whatnot. I was like, dude, the guns in Heat sound crazy, man.
And so I was like, what's Heat?
I was thinking. So I was like, I still haven't seen Heat. I was like, dude, you gotta watch Heat. We gotta get you on the pod to watch Heat, right?
I'm like,
so
creaming.
Next week.
This is so good.
So next week, we are going to start not with Heat.
Oh, fuck.
Because I'm not picking Heat next week. I'm actually doing, since I have complete and utter control over this, and I've flip-flopped a lot on these, by the way, Lane, I have decided that we're actually going to do Full Metal August, in which I get you to watch part of Full Metal Alchemist, so we can You can do Full Metal August.
Fuck
you, Elaine.
I was the fucking Vince McMahon meme. I just edged. Like, what the fuck? I can't believe you just baited me like that. That is so crazy. I was like about to start hopping out of my seat.
You're the Vince McMahon meme, and I'm the Undertaker meme where he comes in and Vince is looking around confused. And they're like, oh my god!
Are we watching 5 episodes or something of Full Metal Alchemist? Or just one to start with?
So this is where this is where I was like, well, even if you're fine with that, there's some options to go along with this. There are movies that were made, which I don't even think I've seen, and I don't know whether they're like original Full Metal Alchemist or Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, but they're out there, and we could watch them if you want to go that route. What I was thinking of is the original series, the first, 12 or 13 episodes line up almost exactly with Brotherhood, which is the reboot series. Their first,
I'm not
episodes,
even listening because I'm already thinking about in 6 weeks when I'm going to call Cy and tell him he has to get on the podcast so we can watch Heat.
yeah. Anyway. I mean, just so you know, that is on the back burner for now, right?
Yeah,
but Cy is 100% down for it. And I was like, oh, this is really funny. I have to bait Lane with it at least a little bit, right?
So I didn't listen to anything you just said about Full Metal Alchemist, so just pick. I don't care, whatever. Okay. We're just doing whatever. Just name what we're doing, find it on IMDb, and send it to me. Or on Letterboxd.
Well, the thing is, since it's an anime, right, are you okay with watching, a set number of episodes, per week?
I am fully at your mercy, Ricky. You aren't understanding the fucking concept of this. I am not putting in input. I am being the opposite of what I normally am. I am not putting any input in. I am not driving the conversation. I'm not taking the lead. I am not dungeon mastering. I am not being the keeper of monster and mysteries. I am not being the fucking podcast leader or host. This is all you. You are making every decision, and I am here to go along with it.
Now, if Lane is the opposite of Lane, that makes them Ricky. But if Ricky has to be the opposite of Ricky, that makes them Lane.
We're not opposites.
So if it's opposite day, and I'm pretending to be... No, I was doing the SpongeBob and Squidward bit. Mm-hmm. No, the bit where he's wrapping his arms around himself. I don't know. I thought... Anyway.
I can't believe you're about to make these people watch an anime. It's so crazy. Anyway, okay.
I feel like... Well...
No, it's fine. We've talked about it. We've talked about it.
At least in the beginning. Yeah, we've talked about these before. And also, you mentioned,
I want to watch them.
I want to watch, at least one of the big ones. I think Full Metal Alchemist is a great starting point.
Yeah.
Full Metal Alchemist and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood have very different, tones between them. And, they're different writing styles, yada yada. Let's watch the first 6 episodes, okay? So that's about 2 hours. You can spread it out however you'd like. Yeah, we can go from there.
Okay, so this is the original Full Metal Alchemist, not Brotherhood, right?
No, we'll just jump right into Brotherhood.
We're doing Brotherhood, okay.
I would... I don't know. I think it'd be really interesting to compare and contrast the two of them, especially because the first episodes are exactly the same, but Brotherhood sort of rushes through the beginning a little bit, so some stuff maybe doesn't have the same emotional impact, at least to me, as the original does, and it makes it sort of I don't know, it feels like it's for people who have watched it already,
sure,
and so they sort of have some nods to it. They're like, oh, hey, remember this? I don't know. At the same time, I also think that it's a lot easier to get into the series off of Brotherhood. Full Metal Alchemist's pacing is
slower,
definitely slow to start off with. It's slow all throughout because it's a slow burn, right? It's more of a noir sort of because I mean it's set in what seems to be England, I guess not Renaissance, but around the time of
Victorian,
technological,
right? Steampunk era.
Victorian, yes, steampunk. Steampunk is the perfect way to put it. And so it sort of feeds you along with this noir mystery for a while along that, and it's intriguing. It's dark. It's really cool. I love Full Metal Alchemist. Brotherhood is the shonen version of it, so it follows the manga a lot more closely, and it doesn't get into any sort of... I mean, it does have, like, some sort of, like, darker, more psychological questioning sort of stuff, but it's nowhere near the same level, and it might have that as its themes, but it's not really the main appeal of it. The main appeal is that it's a battle anime. You're just watching the cool fights week to week.
So here's...
but there's a lot going on underneath it. What's up?
These episodes are, what, about a half hour in length?
20 minutes. They're like 24 minutes, and then like $1.20 for the intro, maybe 2 minutes for the outro.
Okay.
So like 20 minutes a piece. When you really get down to it, they're 20 minutes.
So the goal will be to watch 5 episodes a week. So we're going to get through like a third of the series. Is that the idea?
I was thinking we could do like 6. In Brotherhood specifically, there's a couple that I was thinking we skip just to try to get you a little bit closer to the end. Brotherhood does a really good job of like building tension and then like just delivering at the end, right? Where they just keep delivering over and over and over again on like a bunch of different plot stories that they built up over time. Or a bunch of plot lines that they built up over time, and I mean, I love it for that. But I think to get like the gist of it doesn't take that many episodes. I don't know. Well, which would you prefer?
Fuck you. I'm not answering anything like that. Are you kidding me? Nice try. You thought you could.
Okay. All right, because otherwise, Lane, I would just say, why don't we just watch 10 episodes a week and we just finish the whole fucking thing?
Well,
Which
we wouldn't.
I don't want to subject you to. That's a lot. We'd have to do, what?
12 a week?
Like 12, 13?
Yeah. 12 episodes
That's
times
a lot, man.
24, is almost 300 minutes.
What?
So that's about
5 hours?
That's longer than John Dielman. That's like...
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean...
But I am at your
That's
mercy.
like when we were doing the double movies thing.
Yeah.
Fuck, do we do that then? Alright, fuck it then.
I
Buddy,
can't believe you're about to do this.
We're watching the first 12 episodes.
You're so crazy.
We're getting to all is one. One is all is one. Alright?
Okay. I can't believe you bait and switched me. That was cruel. That was honestly one of the most... That was maybe the first moment I've been like, maybe Ricky
Foul.
actually hates me. Maybe Ricky doesn't want to do the podcast. Maybe Ricky is thinking of ending things. Maybe.
No, I figured you would, though, after I suggested this. But
actually, the podcast is over.
August
We're not
It's kind of a
this.
funny bit. No,
Well, the fact that we've been setting it up is
That's
awful
also-
August. And you were like, we're going to watch Mira Nair. We're going to watch fucking Mississippi Masala. We're going to watch fucking whatever that stupid Fifth Element was. Nope.
All of these were on the list. I was looking at all of them, Lane, and then I was like, oh, I kind of want to do animations, and I found a couple of animations. I found one really old animated film, and then a couple of, like, newer ones, and I was like, oh, we could, like, compare and contrast, and, like, see what's different between them, and what's cool and what's not, and I was
And
like,
then you were like, no,
whoa,
I'm punishing Lane.
fuck
I'm
all this shit.
punishing Lane.
No, because I messaged you earlier, you're like, hey, you think we could turn this around in the next couple of days?
Oh.
And I said, well, that kind of depends. And then you were like, actually, Rick, I'm completely at your mercy. And I said, okay, well then no, we're not going to turn it around in a couple of days, because we're going to have to grind.
God, I didn't think about that. Okay. All right, 5 hours of fucking Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. So Go ahead.
I was going to say, this also might be good airplane fare for you, if you're getting on one in...
I am not. I
know.
was flying.
Shit.
If only you had told me this yesterday, and I could have knocked out like 4 or 5 episodes of this.
No, but this is too
bro.
good. I had to get on the recording with you with this.
All
right, well.
real quick, couple clarifying questions. First off, watchers, I am so sorry. If you don't come along with us on this journey, I understand. We are about to see listenership that has never been seen before at Zero Goose Egg.
True.
This is on Netflix, right? I feel like I've seen this on Netflix. I just want to make sure, because there's like
Probably.
10 different versions of this fucking show. I want to make sure that
They're all the same. It is on Netflix. It's on Hulu. It's on Crunchyroll. They're all the same version.
It's on Pleeby. Okay.
It's not on Pleeby, but it's on all the big ones like YouTube, Disney, Amazon. Maybe it's on Pleeby.
Are we watching dubbed or subbed, or is it just whatever Netflix has?
You can watch however you are more comfortable. I don't care.
Okay.
Whatever will have you watching, Lane. I will say that the intro and outro are bangers. I would at least listen to those, the Japanese version of those. They're bangers.
You know what's crazy? I'm not going to be able to log this on Letterboxd. It's all listed as one fucking episode. So I'm going to watch so much. I'm going to watch 25 hours of stuff, and I'm only going to be able to log one entry.
For one log? What the fuck?
Bro, my min-maxing is crying. This is so crazy. Okay. There's no director, really. Is there? Yeah, there's like 10 directors.
It's directed by Yasuhiro Iri. Is generally who's given it, yeah. He's the animation director.
Okay. I don't see that name on.
Iri.
I don't see that name anywhere.
Renkinjutsushi. That is what it says on Wikipedia.
Oh, series director. Okay, I see. Okay, well, give us a read then. Read that whole. We want to watch.
Yeah, so we want to watch Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, or Hagane no Renkinjutsushi. The series is directed by Yasuhiro Iri, written by Hiroshi Onogi, and composed by Akira Senju.
So we're watching the first 12 episodes. First off, you know that Ricky practiced reading that.
We are just watching the first 12 episodes, yeah.
I can't believe it's so fucked. Not that we're watching an anime, that we're watching a TV show.
What?
That we're watching a fucking... You're making me watch TV, my most hated thing. TV.
Shame. Shouldn't have given me full creative control.
I'll remember this. You know what we're doing for next Jessie July?
I'm sure you will.
It's going to be a...
What?
It's just going to be every week is a different 2-hour cut.
And I just won't even care.
This is terrible. I'll remember.
I know you will, yeah.
All right. Well, man, what a bummer. I can't believe you. I'm going into this with good spirits, but you're a fucking piece of shit for this.
Good.
God.
Do I end the recording? Are we still recording here?
Yes, we're still recording. We need an ending.
I don't know. Wait, I don't know. I don't know what the outro is gonna be. I was thinking the intro and outro for the next ones can all be the Full Metal Alchemist. Full Metal Alchemist, like all of those. But
I don't know what those are. I'm coming into this so blind.
Oh! There's like in between the commercial breaks. There's like like filler tabs, which a lot of animations do.
Yeah, you know what?
And before and after each commercial, they'll go Full Metal Alchemist. Full Metal Alchemist. And it's just in like different voices every time. Yeah.
I know this because what I just started rewatching like a week ago is Sailor Moon, and they do that. Fuck.
Hell
now I'm gonna have to not watch Sailor Moon because all my time's gonna be spent with this.
Yeah.
God. Okay. All right. Well, cool. I am not putting in any I'm putting in WAP.
Okay, that's fine. Bye, listeners.
Hail Payman!